Hi, I'm Coach Kane from Straight Blast Gym, Portland, Oregon. This is Assistant Coach Ella. I want to work a little bit of a self-defense progression using the technical stand-up. So how I might train it in class with students as an effective self-defense tool. We're going to start out in close range. So I'm in my guard position here. My feet are up, pointing at her hips. Ella's going to come in and engage my guard and put her feet, she's going to put her hands on my legs here like this. So my hands are going to come up in a protective position here in case she decides to start punching. Now to drill this, what's going to happen is Ella's going to back away about 2 steps, and when she does, I'm going to sit up to my technical stand-up position, and then we're going to check range. She's going to swing at my head, like that, and I should be just out of it. And so we're going to do that a few times. So my feet touch her hips, her hands touch my legs, she backs away, I do this, and then she checks the range. Come back in, same thing. And so once that's pretty good, then we're going to go ahead and progress to the technical stand-up. So Ella's going to come in and touch my legs, she's going to back away, she's going to swing at my head, and then she's going to take 2 steps back. And then when she does, I'm going to go ahead and stand up. And then we'll just do that. So she's going to touch my legs. She's going to take a step back. I'm going to build my position, covering my head. Hand on the mat. She's going to take a swing. Like that. And then, so we're checking range. And then she's going to take another step back. And then I'm going to come up, so let me do it from the other side so you can see. Feet on her hips, hands protecting, she's going to step back. Come here, check my distance. She's going to take a swing, good. And then she's going to take a step back. And then I technical stand up. So I do a couple of rounds of that with people just so they can get used to that and then understanding the range. Once that becomes pretty natural and people are doing that well, then we can begin to drill it a little bit more. So the next drill, I'm going to add some movement in. So I'm going to have Ella, all she's going to do is take swipes at my head with her hand, and she's going to move and kind of circle, and she's going to take some tiny steps in, not real big dramatic ones, so that I have to readjust my position, and then she's going to check by swinging at my head. If she touches my head, then I know my range is wrong. And so we're going to go from here. Yeah, so she touched me, so that lets me know, oh, I'm a little too close, so I'm going to back up a little bit. And now we're going to keep going, so I'm protecting my head. And I'm keeping her in front. And so anytime I get tapped, it lets me know where the range is, where I could be hit. And so that's information that I need to know. And so if you tell students, like, notice when you get hit in the head, doesn't mean you did anything wrong, it's just an indicator of range, so you know where the range is. Oh, I'm in a spot where they could hit me in the head. And so we'll do a couple of rounds of that, back and forth. Sometimes I'll have students just hold a boxing glove so they can actually hit with the boxing glove. I don't have them wear it, just hold it and hit. Once they get a chance to do that, then we can begin to work it a little bit more. I'm going to do the same thing where Ella's going to walk around, move in just little bits at a time so I can readjust my position. She's going to swing at my head. And now I'm going to add one thing. And so every once in a while, she's going to dramatically step back. And when she does, I need to go ahead and do my technical stand-up. So I'm going to start in my position, and we're going to move around now. And so that would be a good progression to use, and so they can begin to understand that concept of when the space opens up, then you go ahead and stand, because you're safe to get up and go. The next thing I would add would be crashing the line. And so sometimes Ella's going to come in dramatically, and when she does that, it's going to be really hard for me to stand up and cover because she's going to be overwhelming my defenses. At that point, I need to back up and go back to guard. And so it would look like this when she really comes in really hard. Yeah, there. And then I'm just going to come up here, put my feet on her hips, and then use my protective hands. And then she's going to back away. I'm going to build my position and go. And so the drill might look like this. And then if she steps far back, I'll go ahead and technical stand up. And so what the drill is designed to get students to think about is protecting this guy, your brain center. And so I'm always trying to keep it furthest away from the attacker. And the best way to keep it far away from the attacker is to stand up and run. But I can't run if I'm in danger of getting hit. And so I need to make sure I have the range and the space to stand up and go before I do that. And so I'm always guarding, protecting my head. I know where the range is, and if I have the ability to move a little bit to fix the range, I'll do that. I'm always keeping the other person in front. And if they make enough space, then I can technical stand up, and then I'm off to the races. I can run and get out. If they overwhelm me, however, the last thing I want to do is have Ella standing over me at this range and then pretend that this situation is going to be okay for me, because it's not. And so that's why guard was invented. It was invented to get your head far away from the other person's hands. And so if you work this drill with students over and over again so they get that idea, then it becomes a really nice self-defense tool. So there it is. Hope that works. Thank you for watching.